Help me hit 10,000 subscribers by sharing this message with someone who needs to hear it. And let me tell you something that might change the way you see yourself and the way others see you too. If you learn about these specific soft spots and how people feel, you will find that the women in your life will treat you with a deep kind of respect. They will look up to you and want to be near you in a way you might not have felt before. In my years of talking to people and watching how we all interact, I have noticed something sad. So many good men give up their strength. They hand over their power and make themselves feel like they don't matter much. They try so hard to be nice and do everything they are told, hoping that if they just give enough, they will finally be loved back. But today, I want to show you a different path. I want to open a door to 5 deep feelings that women have a very hard time managing. When a man understands these hidden parts of the heart, he stops being someone who just follows along. He becomes the leader. He steps back into his role as the king of his own life, and suddenly, the way people feel about him starts to change for the better. Now, I want to be very clear about one thing. I am not telling you to be mean. I am not telling you to trick anyone or be a bully. This is not about being toxic or playing hurtful games. But we have to look at the truth of how people are made. When you understand these soft spots, you stop running after people. You stop chasing. Instead, you become the person that others want to be with. You become the prize. Think about how much better you will feel when you don't have to run anymore. When you let the natural way our brains work do the hard part for you, life gets much easier. Most men hurt their own chances right at the start because they give away their time and their kindness for nothing. They think that being around all the time and saying yes to everything will make a woman want them. Instead, it just makes her feel bored. But when a woman meets a man who really knows how she feels deep down, everything changes. She stops looking at him as just one of many choices. She starts seeing him as someone she truly needs in her life. The whole world flips. She stops just putting up with you and starts really wanting your attention, and you're okay. Please stay with me until we get to the very end of this talk. The 5th thing I will share is the most powerful part of how women think. It is the one thing they find almost impossible to hide. It is the hardest thing for them to resist, and it shows you exactly how you can gain her respect without even having to say a word. When you learn that last part, you hold the secret key to being valued. So, I want you to put aside everything you think you know about dating today. Forget the bad advice and the habits that have kept you stuck. Let us look at the way our minds work and how that can change the balance of power between two people. Before I dive into these 5 deep feelings, I want you to understand something important about human nature itself. We are all driven by forces that run deeper than the surface-level things we say and do every day. These forces have been with us for thousands of years, built into the very core of who we are as people. When you tap into these truths, when you really see them for what they are, you gain a kind of vision that most men never develop. You start to see patterns in behavior that used to confuse you. You start to predict outcomes that used to seem random. And most importantly, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start feeling like the author of your own story. The first big feeling that women struggle with is a deep fear of being replaced by another woman. Every woman on this earth has this quiet fear hidden inside her. It is part of how humans have lived for a very long time. They might never tell you this out loud. They might even act like they do not care at all. But now you know the truth, and you can use this knowledge to help you keep your place as the leader. This fear lives in the back of her mind at all times. It whispers to her when she sees you talking to another woman. It taps on her shoulder when you seem distant or distracted. It is not something she chose to feel. It is something that evolution built into her psychology because throughout human history, women needed to secure a strong partner who would stay and provide resources and protection. When a man acts like he has no other friends, no other places to go, and no world outside of her, she feels too safe. Now, being safe sounds like a good thing, but when it comes to liking someone, feeling 100% safe can lead to a lack of effort. She gets very comfortable, she gets bored, and she starts to think your attention is just something she is supposed to have. She thinks you have nowhere else to go. She knows that no matter what she does, you will still be there, waiting for her call, ready to drop everything the moment she reaches out. But things change completely when she sees that you are a man who is liked and respected by others. When she sees that other women notice you, her brain starts to think differently. The moment she thinks that keeping you is not a sure thing, she starts to value you much more. Suddenly, she sees your time as something precious. This is not about trying to make her feel bad or playing like a child. It is about being a man who takes care of himself enough to have other options. It is about living a life so full and so rich that people naturally gravitate towards you. When you build yourself up through fitness, through career success, through hobbies and friendships, and a strong social circle, you create a life that others want to be part of. And when a woman sees this, when she sees that you are not desperate for her validation, something shifts inside her mind. When a woman knows that you are the kind of man who wants the best and will not settle for less, she will naturally try harder to meet your goals. She will want to stay in your life much more because she knows that if she stops caring, someone else might step in. Think about it like this. We do not value things that we can find everywhere. If you walk into a store and see a product on every shelf for a cheap price, you do not treasure it. But if you find something rare, something that only a few people can get, you treat it with respect. The same principle applies to relationships. If a woman feels like she owns you completely, she stops trying to keep you. She takes you for granted. She cancels plans last minute because she knows you will understand. She does not put effort into her appearance when she sees you because she knows you are not going anywhere. She speaks to you without the same sweetness she uses others because she feels secure in the fact that you will always be there. But when she sees you as a rare prize, her mind wants to protect what she has. She starts asking herself what she can do to make you happy. She thinks about how she can be better for the relationship and how she can make sure she stays the most important person to you. She puts thought into the time you spend together. She asks about your day with genuine interest. She tries to look her best when she knows she will see you. She becomes more agreeable and more pleasant because she understands on a deep level that keeping you requires effort. When you show the world that you are a man who is chosen by many, you make her want to earn her spot. You do not have to brag or talk about other women. Your life, your health, your big goals, and the way you carry yourself will say it for you. She will feel that you are a man that many people want, and that will make her want to follow your lead. The second feeling is the fear of missing out on something great. Women are naturally drawn to things that are moving forward. They want to be on a train that is going somewhere exciting. They do not want to sit in a car that is parked and going nowhere. In the way our minds work, the fear of missing out is a very strong driver. When you understand how to use this, she will like you much more. Think about how people behave on social media. They scroll endlessly, afraid they might miss some important event or some exciting news. They check their phones constantly because they do not want to be left out of the conversation. This same psychological trigger works in romantic relationships. When a woman sees that you are building something meaningful with your life, she wants to be part of that journey. When a man is always there, always waiting for a text, and answers back in 2 seconds, he stops being exciting. He makes his whole life about her, and that kills the mystery. There is no challenge and no wait. He becomes very predictable. And being predictable is the opposite of being wanted. His schedule is completely flexible because he has nothing else going on. He will drop his plans the moment she calls. He will spend hours on the phone every night talking about nothing because he has no other priorities. And while this might seem like dedication or love, it actually communicates something very different. It tells her that you have nothing better to do. It tells her that your life is empty without her filling it. But when you turn your focus towards your own work, your own goals, and making your life better, something big changes. She starts to look at the times you are gone and wonders, what am I missing? What is he building right now? Who is he talking to? This creates a big wave of curiosity. We all value things that feel like they are moving away from us. This is basic human psychology. When something is always available, we take it for granted. But when access becomes limited, when we have to wait or work for it, the perceived value skyrockets. By putting your work and your goals first, you make her feel like she might miss out on a great life. She will try to fit into your world because she sees you are not just waiting around for her. You are a man with a plan, and your time is worth a lot. She sees you working late on your business. She sees you at the gym pushing yourself to new limits. She sees you traveling and learning and growing, and she thinks to herself that this man is going places. And if I do not support him and stay close to him, I might lose my chance to be part of something special. When she sees you winning and building your own world, her mind thinks your life is a special club she wants to join. She does not want to look back later and realize she missed out on a great man while he was on his way to the top. Instead of trying to tell her how great you are, let your hard work do the talking. When she sees that your life is beautiful with or without her, she will do everything she can to make sure she stays on the train with you. The third feeling is about how we give praise. In the world today, women get way too much attention and too many compliments that they did not earn. Everywhere they go, there are men ready to tell them how pretty they are. On social media, every photo gets hundreds of likes and comments from men desperate for even a small bit of attention in return. In coffee shops and stores and gyms, women are constantly approached by men who shower them with compliments before even knowing anything about them. Because so many men give this praise away for free, it ends up meaning nothing. People do not respect things they get for free. When you give it to everyone, it has no value. This is simple economics applied to human interaction. When supply is unlimited, demand drops to nothing. When a woman meets a man who is not easily impressed, her whole view changes. When you do not give out compliments like candy and instead look at her heart, her loyalty, and how she acts, the old way of doing things breaks. Because you are not giving your well done away for free, she realizes she has to work to get it. She sees that your approval is a prize. Now the tables turn completely. She starts looking for your okay. She tries hard to impress you. She worries about if you like what she is wearing or how she is acting. She becomes very aware of how she is around you because she wants that one smile or that nod of approval from a man she really looks up to. The person who used to get all the praise is now the one trying to earn it. This one change makes the relationship work much better for you. Many men think that saying nice things all the time will make a woman love them. But real love and liking someone comes from respect. When you have high goals and make a woman earn your praise, you are different from almost every other man she meets. You become the one man whose thoughts really matter to her, because you did not bow down the moment she walked in. This does not mean you should be cold or cruel. It means your compliments should be earned and specific. Instead of telling her she is beautiful the moment you meet her, like every other man does, notice something deeper. Comment on her kindness when she does something thoughtful. Praise her intelligence when she shares an interesting idea. Acknowledge her loyalty when she stands by you during a difficult time. These compliments carry weight because they are based on her character and actions, not just her appearance. And because you do not hand them out freely, they become something she treasures when she receives them. This leads us to the fourth feeling, which is the power of a little mystery. When a man is a bit of a mystery, it makes a woman's mind want to know more. Our brains hate a question that has no answer. We are built to find the ending to a story, and we will keep thinking about a puzzle until we solve it. This is why people binge-watch television shows and stay up late reading books they cannot put down. The human mind craves closure and completion. In the world of how we feel, if you can make someone think about you when you are not there, you have already done a great job. Most men mess this up because they tell everything too fast. As soon as they like a woman, they tell her every feeling and every plan. They text all day and become very easy to predict. They show all their cards and there is nothing left to wonder about. Within the first few conversations, they have shared their entire life story, their deepest insecurities, their future plans, and their feelings for her. There is no mystery left to uncover. The book has been read cover to cover, and there are no more pages to turn. But a man who is a mystery is different. He does not feel like he has to explain everything he does. He does not have to tell the whole world his plans. Because of this, her mind starts to run wild with questions. She sits with her phone and thinks, why hasn't he called? What is he doing? Is he thinking of me? Because you are not telling her every detail, her mind has to fill in the blanks. And here is where something fascinating happens. When her mind fills in those blanks, it usually fills them in your favor. She imagines you doing interesting things, meeting interesting people, living an exciting life. She starts looking for answers, and the more she thinks about you, the more she cares. She is building up your value in her own head without you having to do anything. A woman can easily ignore a man she knows everything about. But a man she cannot quite figure out, the one who stays calm and keeps some things to himself, will stay in mind for a long time. Being curious is a very strong force. By staying a bit of a mystery, you make sure she keeps thinking about you and wanting your time, even when you are busy somewhere else. Now we come to the fifth and final feeling, and it is the strongest tool a man can have. It is the fear of silence. Out of everything we have talked about, this is the one women find hardest to deal with. It is the biggest test of how strong a man is. Most men react way too fast. If a woman is or changes her plans or acts a bit mean, the average man gets mad right away. He sends long messages, he yells, or he begs her to tell him what is wrong. When you act this way, you are giving away your power. You are telling her that she has total control over how you feel. You show her that she can upset you very easily, and once she knows this, she will test it again and again. But a man who knows his worth handles things with quiet. When a woman breaks a rule or acts in a way that is not respectful, he does not yell. He does not argue. He does not write long letters on his phone. He simply steps away. He takes his attention away and stays quiet. He stops giving his energy, which is the one thing she thought she would always have. This makes her feel a kind of panic that words could never create. Silence is like a mirror. Because you are not fighting back, she has to sit alone with the way she acted. Without your anger to look at, her mind starts to worry. She wonders if you are done with her. She wonders if she went too far. This silence makes her set aside her pride. It makes her stop the games and come back to you to say sorry and fix what happened. Your silence is a superpower because it shows you can control your feelings. It shows you are strong enough to walk away if you are not treated well, and you do not even need to say a word. That is a kind of strength that will earn you a lot of respect. When most men would be sending paragraph after paragraph trying to explain their feelings or defend their position, you are calm and unmoved. This contrast is powerful. It shows emotional maturity and self-control that is incredibly rare. Learning these 5 things is really about having discipline and respecting yourself. Understand the fear of being replaced. Use the fear of missing out by staying busy with your own life. Do not give away praise unless it is earned. Keep a little mystery about yourself. And use the power of being quiet when someone is not being respectful. These are not mean tricks. They are the basic ways that people work. Once you see these things, you will understand why men who respect themselves get the most attention and respect from others. You do not have to yell or force anything. You do not have to beg for a text. You hold the power and you set the tone by not giving yourself away for nothing. Thank you so much for spending this time with a group of caring experts. If you found this helpful and learned something about how people work, please show your support by letting us know you enjoyed it and help me reach that 10,000 subscriber goal by sharing this message with someone who needs it. Join our community of friends so you can learn more about how the mind works. We would love to hear which of these 5 things you want to try first. Are you going to be more of a mystery? Or are you ready to be stronger with your silence? We really want to know what you think, so please share your thoughts with us. Always remember that the world treats you the way you teach it to treat you. If you act like you do not matter, people will believe you. But when you walk with the quiet strength of a leader, the world will follow your vision. Stop giving your time to people who have not earned it. Keep your eyes on your own big goals and never let anyone knock you off balance. Stay strong. Keep watching how things work and protect your peace. We will see you next time as we continue this journey together.